even in the right. Like, look what's going on with Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro.
Dude.
Like, what did she say? I want to know what she was fired for. Because was it criticism of Israel? Was it? I mean, did she show that Edward Snowden video that he put up on Twitter that shows them
maybe
drone bombing those kids that are those men, I should say, unarmed people that were walking towards the rubble that clearly weren't causing any danger to anybody?
Yeah, right.
They just bombed them.
Yeah, no, it's your duty. It's just like for Biden or whoever you like, you're supposed to cover up for them because.
But the whole thing is like they're always saying they're only targeting Hamas and everybody else is a casualty. Well, if those guys are just unarmed civilians and they're walking alone, that's what they appear to be.
Dresden.
And you just blast them from the sky with robots.
This is the tragedy of war.
Yeah, this is insane. And no one knows what to think now because if you can't talk about that, if you can't say that's real, then you're saying that genocide is okay as long as we're doing it. And
that is what we're saying.
And if you're saying that from a perspective of someone who literally went through the Holocaust, or your people, your tribe, went through the fucking Holocaust, and now you're willing to do it?
I hope the irony's not lost on you.
It's so nuts. It's so hard to imagine that someone where a culture, like a country was like officially founded in, what, 47?
48.
48? Okay. Officially founded. So that's so recent. and you guys are willing to do what was done to you that led you to believe that you needed to start your own country? You're willing to do that at least on a small scale in Gaza. Like there's nothing left. If you see the videos, let's see some recent footage
and they
of
go
Gaza.
Into, another thing. So, you know, we would say, Chewy, he said something sensible. But when a priest on the right in America, a high priest on the right, says something that seems sensible and obvious to the rest of us, the right lose their mind. I don't know if you've heard that, Chewy. I'm not saying you got every single pinprick completely right, but the genesis or the general feel of it is Israel is committing a small-scale genocide like was done to them in a large-scale way in Germany.
What the fuck? Joe Rogan is a dumb person's smart person in the same way that I think that we are smart people's dumb persons. It blows my mind that so many months, what is it, November, December, January, February, March, April, 6 months into this of just wall-to-wall comments, footage, lies, debunking, more lies, more debunking, the absolute lack of action from the international community, shuffling of papers while people get bombed to fuck, starved, hospitals blown up, all of that sort of thing. That now there's some people on fucking podcasts going, I don't know, guys, I don't think this is fucking legit. I don't think this, maybe they're the baddies. It is fucking mental. Like, Jesus Christ. Does Joe Rogan inject human growth hormone directly into his eyeballs and so he just missed the last 6 months? Is that what's happened?
I mean, I don't know quite. I'm not, well, obviously not to defend anyone with that position, but if you're coming from a society, being the US, where for a high percentage of the people and a high percentage of the time, Israel is your little brother that can do no wrong. I mean, if your little brother gets in a fight and knocks someone out, your first reaction is to support your little brother, right? But so for some of them, it's been a journey. I just find it fascinating to watch the internet, what's happening at the moment, when the left are making a joke saying, hey, look, Joe Rogan's joined Hamas, and the right are being serious going, fuck, Joe Rogan's joined Hamas. It's just really interesting to see. And it comes back to this idea of if you deviate 5%, 2% from the approved message, then you're out. You're either 100% with us. Therefore, if you even think about considering about saying that about Israel breaking any kind of rules or law, then you're out. And I don't think it's going to happen to Joe Rogan because he's too big to fail, to coin the phrase. But it's just interesting to see when, you know, a broken watch is right twice a day. I know, Chewy, you hate it when you say things like, oh, I have to agree with Christopher Luxon, or something that Sean Plunkett said, is right, and it feels horrible. This is one of those moments, and it's just interesting to see the fallout from it.
Do you remember a couple of months ago when Israel was going, just really trying to justify the fact that they were bombing a hospital?
Hmm.
And like there's tunnels under the hospital. Trust us. We wouldn't do this
'Cause we
unless
dug
we had
them.
actionable intel and all of that sort of stuff. And since that, when they fucking lied, and they disregarded everybody going, well, I don't know, that's not true. That list of terrorists that you put up was a fucking work shift for nurses, you idiot. And they did it anyway. And then in the following month, they bombed, burned, and destroyed every single hospital in the Gaza Strip. Our Shifra hospital is effectively gone at this point. It is a burned out husk and just bombed out remains. They executed doctors as terrorists in there. At what point do we, like, there's so much stuff that they have lied to the international community about: beheading babies, the mass rape, all of this sort of stuff. They just amped up everything. People are getting a benefit out of this. Obviously, not the Gazans. They're getting absolutely fucked while everybody watches on and does nothing. And those of us that have eyes in our head and can see that this is fucked and wrong and should be stopped immediately just have to rally and write letters and boycott and just get increasingly more and more frustrated with this as this plays out in real time on alternative media sources, because it's not getting played on the main news.
Hmm.
Israel is shutting down the information coming out of Gaza by targeting journalists. The snipers can see who they're hitting. They know what they're doing. Because by the time that everybody rallies around and goes, well, actually, this has gone too far, they would have done what they wanted to do, which is turn Gaza a car park and a real estate fire sale. It is madness. And I think if it gets through to someone like Joe Rogan that things are maybe a bit fucky, the question is, who else is it getting through to?